All right, this afternoon we're here with Leonita and Darryl, UPH basketball players, and also in a relationship. So they're here together, right? You guys still like each other?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so they're in this relationship, and you are a communication major.
Yep.
And you are hotel? No.
Hospitality.
Oh, hospitality management. Okay. In our ongoing effort to try to highlight our players and do a little conversation, they've agreed to join us today. So you guys can say hello to your fans out here in TV land or screen land. I don't even know what to call it. All right, what we're going to do today is we're going to do a sprint workout and a run. We're going to do 8 50-meter sprints and then a 2-mile run. The whole point is this: we have energy sources within the body, and we use them for different things. So 4 to 6 seconds, we use glycogen. It's a energy source which people have, and you use it. It's for very quick, explosive work. So like I said, it's like 4 to 6 seconds. So that's why we're going to do the sprints, because basketball is full of quick glycogen movements where it's just all-out effort, and you got to have the energy source for it. And then glucose is stored, and then once the glycogen is used up, the glucose comes in. And in the process, when we run 2 miles, we're going to be using those energy systems. And so we're going to use our carbohydrates, and then by the end of the day, we'll be working on our fat energy stores. So we have carbohydrate energy stores, fat energy stores, and protein energy stores. Protein is last. We're not going to touch that because we still want to be big and strong. Okay, so we're going to get started, and you enjoy as we don't, because this is not fun, but we're going to do the best we can. All right, let's do this. the key of that is just don't stop. You know what I mean? Stop. It's not hard to get started again once you stop. But the energy system for that last 2 miles is very different than the energy system for the sprints, right? But basketball players have to have both. You have to be able to have that quick hitting anaerobic, so 4 to 6 seconds anaerobic power in a sprint, but the aerobic ability to sustain ourselves through a full game. So that's why you want to train both. We want to start with the anaerobic because it's more challenging on the muscle in a lot of ways, and that's why I hurt my hamstring, because I don't do that very often. And then the sustaining energy of aerobic, yeah, is really important, but it's an easier energy system because it has help, because the fat stores begin to create energy also. So, all right, good job. Let's go have coffee.
Go.
Okay, so here we are once again, coffee with Coach. We're having a cool Coach coffee because we were just outside, yeah. That was a tough workout. I don't know why these guys picked the middle of the day for this workout. I'm like, that's bad timing. Yeah?
We're having class, Coach, in the morning.
Oh, class. Oh yeah, you're student athletes.
Yeah.
I have midterm.
Midterm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Sometimes you forget you're dealing with student athletes, right? But anyways, we're gonna have a little conversation here, and Leonita, Darryl. What I just found out is that they met 5 years ago, and you've been in this relationship for a while. So far, so good. How's the relationship?
Good, Coach.
Okay. So these people are interested in your relationship. I was told this is why they want you in this segment, is they want to see two people, the gleam in your eye, the smile on your face. They want to get the vibe here. So things are going well?
Yep.
Do you want to expound on that? I mean, what?
Sometimes we have problem, Coach.
Yeah.
Maybe
Argument.
argument.
Yeah.
But that's life. That's life.
Yeah. I mean, you don't throw stuff at each other, do you?
Yeah,
You do?
Sometimes.
Okay. But you come out of it okay?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there's going to be some disagreements. I mean, I remember one time my wife and I had a disagreement. No, more than once. But yeah, I mean that's just part of life, building a relationship. So we're gonna talk a little bit. Maybe you could talk first of all about the faculty you're in, why you chose that faculty, and what kind of difference has it made in your life so far. So maybe you could go first, and then you could go second.
I chose communication faculty because I like to talk to everyone else, and I like to edit some videos and do stuff like for communication.
So you like to communicate in all areas of life. Social media. Do you do social media?
Yeah, and I like to edit some videos.
Okay. So you also are connected to creating videos, editing videos.
Yeah.
Okay. And you enjoy talking to people?
Yep.
You know, I asked her why she never talks to me.
Because I'm afraid, Coach.
She's afraid. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the bule in me.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, you love to communicate, and that's your passion. Very good. Okay, and Darryl?
And I choose hospitality management because I like some practical, like cooking, make some decoration for cake, like that.
Okay. All right. So very domestic. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And maybe we should cook together sometime. What's your specialty? Do you have one?
Maybe some meat.
Meat?
Yeah.
Any kind of meat?
Chicken or like beef.
Okay, chicken or beef. All right.
Challenge.
Wow. Upeha Sport Cook-Off. Okay. I I don't know who the judges will be besides me, but I don't know what the other judge. She's the judge. But that's an unfair advantage for Darryl, unless they've just had an argument. And then we had a workout today, and part of the idea of becoming a good athlete is understanding your sport and what does your sport require. And so the workout we did today with sprints and then running distance, working on our cardio. Well, that's basketball. Basketball is full of quick sprints. It's full of the dynamic anaerobic work, but you also have to have aerobic capacity, and that's one of the beauties about basketball, and it's what makes it so athletic. So this workout we did today, I mean, I don't know what you guys have been doing. So the last 6 months, what have you been doing to stay in shape and to be athletic? Maybe you can explain to what have you been doing the last 6 months?
I do jogging, coach. Jogging, okay. And this past 2 months, I've been practice basketball skills. So okay. Increase my individual skills.
And for me, I have program from PON and from Kak Fajar, and I also practice with him.
Individual skills.
Individual skill with the other coach.
So you guys are working on your skills together.
Yeah.
Skill, couple skill development, something like that. So you have two different programs. How do you mesh them together? Do they complement each other, or do they clash? How do you do it when you're working on two different teams?
I do practice for PON on Tuesday, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And from Kak Fajar, I do, I think 3 days. 3 days in a week.
Okay. Do they ever clash as far as what they're working on, or is there any disagreements in what you're doing as far as training goes?
No.
No? So they're really smooth, they blend?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. And you?
Same, coach. I have PON also, coach.
Okay.
So in PON, I jogging, and in individual skill, I increase my endurance also.
Okay.
And my skills in dribbling, shooting.
Okay. So you've been staying busy. You feel like you're improving and getting better.
Yeah.
All right, that's great. Well, let me bring it back to the exercise which we did. I don't think either one of you really wanted to do that 2-mile run. It would seem to me that was not. You didn't come here today going, "Yay, I'm excited about a 2-mile run," but you finished it. So in life, there's many times we actually have to do something we don't really want to do. We just have to finish it. When you think about your academic pursuit here at UPH, is that how you feel about it? That it's kind of like this thing that if you can just finish, if you just work through it, you're going to be okay. Do you ever feel like that in the middle of being a student athlete?
Yes, of course.
What would be your advice for maybe, the people who follow you are probably young. What would be your advice to them as far as when they get into that, it's like on the 6th or 7th lap of a 2-mile run, they don't want to finish. How do they do that last lap or that last 2 laps? How do they finish? And kind of idea of academics, as you guys move into your second year, your third year, your second year, how do you keep going? Is there anything you can say to these young people?
For me, keep going until we finish strong.
Okay, but how? How do you do that? What's the mental? What's the trigger for you? How do you do it?
Change our mind to reach our goals.
Okay, so change your mind to think what? It all comes from thinking, right?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking out there? So today, you were struggling to finish that last lap. What did you think? What crossed your mind? What gave you the motivation to finish?
For the last lap, I am thinking I will finish it and I can do it. Okay.
So you just believe that you can, and you just push through. Okay. What about you, Darryl? Because you stopped twice,
Yes,
right?
coach.
You stopped twice. Okay.
I think about consistency, coach.
You talk about what?
Consistency. Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Consistency.
Okay. I need to think about that too. Consistency. Okay. So just thinking about being consistent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty important in life. It seems like, you know the story of the rabbit and the turtle?
Yes, coach.
No.
Well, the rabbit's really fast.
Kura-kura.
Yeah, the rabbit runs really fast, right? And the turtle's very slow.
And then the rabbit sleep.
And the rabbit, takes off. He's so far out ahead in this race, but then he took a nap. And the turtle just kept going, and the turtle wins. It's an amazing story. It's consistency. It's just don't finish. It's have the will to finish. That's great. That's a good life lesson. Tell us something about your experience here so far.
When I was in a rookie, I have role model Kata Regita, and I want to be like her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep practicing to beat her,
Yeah.
but I can't.
Did she know that, or did you just keep that a secret?
Secret,
Okay.
coach, and she will know now.
Now she knows. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Always having somebody out there, a role model, somebody that you can say, "I want to be like that." That's great. That's what it's all about. What about you, Darryl?
I have goals. This year, coach. I will be a good player, and
Trust.
I have trust from you, coach.
Well, you know, one of the things about UPH basketball for sure, and what we try to create within our whole sports program, is we don't have favorites. We love all of our athletes. We love all of our players. I want you guys to succeed. I want every single person, whoever comes on my team, to succeed. And I really, honestly, I do not have favorites. It doesn't matter to me who's on the court. What matters to me is who's growing, who's developing, who can get the job done, and it doesn't matter who it is. And so, to build trust takes some time and takes some battles. You got to go through some difficult challenges to build trust. And when you had your operation, that was a big issue for us. And I know it was big for you, but it was big for us because I wanted to see what you would do to come back. Because there's a lot of people who would have never come back. There's a lot of people who would have gone through that type of an operation and been done. But not you. Okay, now that you want trust from me, that. I love to see people fight through the difficulties of life. So running today, I hurt my hamstring. For all you old guys out there, so we're doing sprints, and I guess a shout out to that first team I had, Daniel, you know who you are, Yuda, Denish, Timmy, you guys, Marcus. Look, so I hurt my hamstring today. Not too unusual for me, but I still ran the 2 miles with you guys because I'm supposed to be the role model for you. But I got to tell you, when you started doing your workouts to come back after that type of a break in your leg, I mean, that was a messed up injury. That said a lot to me. I have more trust for you now than I ever have. And you, oh come on, watching what you did last year in the finals, and shoot. Not giving up. You went through a little bit of a slump in your shooting. You never gave up. You kept shooting the ball. You made a big difference for your team. No, that's how you build trust. And a player-coach relationship where the coach loves his players and he believes in them, and then they believe the coach. They believe the coach has their best interest. Well, that makes for a beautiful team. That makes for something special. That's what we're trying to create at UPH. As you think about developing as a person, surround yourself with people who really care about you. Surround yourself with people who love you, who don't just talk about it, but are willing to sacrifice for you and to help you achieve your greatest potential. And you find a family, you find a friendship, you find an organization, a team like that, you found something special. You know, the greatest thing we can ever do is love somebody. I don't think there's anything greater. I think Jesus was pretty clear on that one. You know, no greater love has anyone ever had than somebody who lays down their life and sacrifices. And so, sacrificing for each other, helping each other become each other's best, means a lot. So, I wanna finish with what is your, besides, you know, development and such, do you guys have a plan here for the future? Is there anything that you should tell your fans before we finish this up today? any future plan? You guys have known each other 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to create something. I don't want to be the one who's, you know, considered like the matchmaker, you know, something like that. But well, do you guys have a plan for the future, or are you just kind of playing it out and see what happens?
Yeah, I have a future, coach.
You have a future. You think that you have a
but
future.
I don't know about him.
No?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Same, coach.
Same.
We have a future.
Okay, so you guys are kind of thinking about, that's nice. Okay, you heard it first right here in Coffee with Coach. So we'll all be invited someday to the wedding. It should be a pretty big celebration. So we have a couple of questions. You actually had some of your people, friends, send us. So what's one of the questions?
From Zakaria Anggiat. What is the key to keep a player motivated?
Motivated to achieve, or motivated to practice, or motivated what type
practice,
of
practice?
There's two ways in which people can be motivated: extrinsically and intrinsically. So extrinsic or from the outside in motivation is you want to please somebody. You're motivated to practice. You're motivated to work hard because that person matters to you. That's not a bad way of being motivated. So motivated by a coach or a teammate, or motivated, you know, you wanted to beat Regita. So that's a if she's your role model and you want to beat her or whatever, and there's somebody watching you, it's an okay motivation. But the better one is inside out, intrinsic. This inside motivation that just makes you want to achieve your highest level. That just makes you want to become everything you are designed to be, because that type of motivation is connected to the fact that you hate losing. You absolutely want to achieve something, and you're willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to get there. So I think as a coach, what I want to do is I want to challenge my players to be intrinsically motivated. No one should have to kick their butt. They should learn how to kick their own butt. They should learn how to push themselves. They shouldn't have to have the cheerleaders. They should be their own motivator, their own person who says, "I want that because it matters to me." It's God-given desire to achieve. From the inside out. That's the greatest motivator of all, because nobody can take it from you. Yeah?
And there is some question from Putri Indalimunte. How to join UPH basketball team? Is it different with the medicine team?
Basketball team.
Okay, at UPH we have the faculties have a faculty team that represents them in our internal sports league here on campus. And then maybe they form a team within their faculty and they play within a faculty competition, maybe in Jakarta. So medicine faculties against medicine faculties. But that's different than the UPH Eagles basketball and our Eagles soccer, our Eagles badminton, Eagles futsal. These are teams that are recruited. We spend time actually looking for athletes around the country. We bring people here specifically to play that sport, and they might play for their faculty, but it is a higher level team. Our UPH, for example, our UPH basketball teams, men's and women's, are at a whole different level. We're at the highest level within this country for collegiate sports. The medicine faculty, or the faculty of design, or the faculty of business, these are much lower teams. They can't compete with the Eagles teams. It's not even, it's a totally different level because of the recruiting and because of the athletes which we bring in to compete for UPH across this country. So they're two different things. So any student can play for their faculty, but to be selected onto the UPH team, that's different. We have to go through a process, interviewing with parents, and they have to be committed to a higher level team, a much higher level of practice and hard work. So they're very different.
Last question, Coach, from Matthew Agung. How to get consistent in scoring in every game?
Consistent in scoring in every game. You know, anybody can become an expert at anything. Outliers tells us, there's been books written on this, 10,000 hours, 10,000 reps, 10,000 times practicing the same thing over and over and over again is a turning point, and you become expert. Somewhere this number, it may not be exactly 10,000, but it's the concept. Keep shooting, but from my perspective, shoot game-like shots. Speed, position, being defended, the timing of the shot, and practice with intensity. You want to become a good, consistent scorer, then you also have to score in every area of the game. You have to be able to take it to the basket. You have to be able to shoot perimeter shots, shoot threes, and make free throws. James Harden has made a living on shooting free throws. I mean, he shoots more free throws than anybody every year. He knows how to get fouled. He knows how to finish. Obviously, his step-back threes are unstoppable. But he's put in tremendous amount of time. You want to be a consistent scorer, learn how to score. Don't just shoot the ball, but learn how to score. But the second thing is, nobody ever makes a shot they don't shoot. So shoot the stinking ball. If you're open, have the confidence to put the ball up. You'll never be a consistent scorer if you're afraid to shoot. They're not afraid to shoot. You guys like to shoot the ball, and that's what makes them good at the game, is they put the ball up. Nothing worse for a coach than to have a player pass up a good shot. I mean, you got to shoot the ball, and be confident. Shoot the ball. So that's how. And I think we'll call it a day. And thanks again. Join us next time for Coffee with Coach. All right. Thank you.